This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to me being incredibly unamused. I just got done watching April Lauren, and I was really hoping for like a pick-me-up, and I didn't get it, so I am irritated. I still don't feel great, so already irritated. I'm still like at, I don't even know what percentage capacity. You know how you have spoons? I have like one, and we're functioning, and it's kind of bent. So it's like a bent spoon on top of it. And I'm gonna watch. This one, whose name I can't remember anymore, because that's what happens when you have a bent spoon. Anyway, Amber, yeah, Amber. Gonna watch Amber. That seems like a great idea. We're watching this one because of the whole diabetes results and unexpected, unfortunate diagnosis, and we're sitting here because I want you all to absorb this stupid, flippin' thumbnail. I hate it so much. You all have to suffer. That's why. Everyone, stare at it. Stare deeply into it. This is all of our faults. Somehow. I don't know yet. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's been putting up with me while I've been recovering. I greatly appreciate it and do apologize because it is what it is, man. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. As I joked earlier, it's probably a train, but it's a light, so we're heading towards it. And thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. I would say other stuff, but I need to make notes. For days like today, I need to have like a little list that goes right here where you guys can't see it and I can just like read it off and it looks like I'm reading notes. Anyway, cat ears. All right. This is a 12-minute video. We're going to watch it at 1.2 time and a quarter, as I say, and we're going to get through it. It's 3 hours old as of today. Today being, what is 5? May the 21st. God dang, guys. This month's almost over. Jesus. J-Bus. Anyhow, obviously not an Baby react because A, I'm not wearing my choker, and B, I don't have it in me to do it. I'm sorry. I know you guys are really enjoying those. We will get back to them eventually. I can't do the Baby stuff while she's doing the health arc stuff just because like I just can't. And also I don't have it in me right now. I don't know, maybe once I'm feeling better we can, but right now I just don't have it in me. Maybe I can find some things to do an Baby thingy too, just to kind of be funny. Maybe I can do some Baby shorts. I don't know. I'm sorry. But anyway, all right, let's get into this video real fast. I would like to point out how this is classic Amber. Like, this is like, no joke, every frickin' anybody who ever makes a caricature or joke of Amber, this is like classic Amber. I have got to get some hoop earrings. Not because I want them, but because like classic Amber mockery.
Hey guys, welcome to a new weigh-in video.
Hi.
I feel like I kind of have a lot of things to talk about, so let's jump right into the 5 questions. So for the
Do
5
we have
questions,
to?
I get them on Instagram. I post a little thing on my story that says, ask me any questions that are weight, food, health related, and then I gather them, and I even have a list of like backup questions.
Yay. Why were you so proud of yourself for not weighing in daily? Why do you care? Why are you people so fucking obsessed with what she weighs? I don't care.
Why were you so proud of yourself for not weighing in daily? So food isn't the only relationship that I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to also work on the
Girl, you have no relationships, okay? The only relationship you have is with your mom. I'm glad you have a relationship with your mom. I like Mama Lynn, but let's be honest, you are your mother's fucking karma. That's really what's happening here. I mean, again, I like Mama Lynn, but you are your mother's karma, and your karma Bitch, I don't know. I don't know. Your karma's a Mack truck in the shape of a Big Mac, and that's all I've got for you.
Relationship with my vaping. That's why I've
Okay.
quit that, even though I have highly relied on it. And I'm working on my relationship with the scale because I can become extremely obsessed with it. Like there are times where I will literally weigh myself multiple times a day. And
Girl, so do I. Join a fucking club. Whatever. It's fun to weigh yourself. You weigh yourself before you go to the bathroom. You weigh yourself after the bathroom because you know what? It's fun watching the stupid thing move. Have you tried it? It's funny. Like for reals. You're like, ooh, I gotta take a number 2. You weigh yourself before, you weigh yourself after. Do the math. You know, it's like, whatever. I'm punchy, I'm irritable, let's do this.
And this is extremely unhealthy because I will see a normal fluctuation that happens to everybody. And I will take that fluctuation and it'll trigger me and spiral me. And sometimes it'll cause me to overeat or
Tuesdays make you overeat.
emotional eat. But regardless, it's just not healthy. It doesn't make sense, but it is something that can be fixed. So I'm trying to fix it. So the fact that
Nothing you're bitching about can be fixed at all because you will not go and do the things that need to be done in order for it to be fixed. You won't go to a dedicated therapist. You won't put the effort in to do the therapy. You won't take the drugs required to make your brain shut up long enough for you to dedicate yourself to the fucking therapy to make it better. You are never going to get better because you won't put the work in to do it. The scale has nothing to do with this. You are blaming the scale because it's the easy scapegoat here. The scale has nothing to fucking do with it. One day, I have to weigh myself because I need to know what my weight fluctuations is because I need to know what... And then the next day, I can't weigh myself every day because it triggers me. And if I get triggered, then I'm going to eat 4 king-sized almond joys and blah, 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 blah. Girl, you're going to eat 4 king-sized almond joys anyway. And then you're going to rationalize, they're only 400 calories. 400 calories. That's a whole goddamn meal. Anyway.
I was able to go a whole week without weighing myself is crazy. Have you noticed?
I have forgotten to weigh myself the last 3 days. Which kind of irritates me because I've been pretty good about weighing myself every day for the last month or so. I like keeping a little chart. I have it in my phone and I like it because like I can go in and like I hit the 30 day and it shows me like my weight for 30 days and I like seeing that chart. And it irritates me because I have to guesstimate what my weight is. I mean, my weight doesn't change that much. So I'm pretty solid on guessing what my weight has been for the last 3 days, but like it still irritates me because I don't know exactly. But flex, whatever. I know some people legitimately have issues and they legitimately shouldn't be tracking their weight every fucking day. I get that. I really do. And to you people, I really do feel for you. And I really think if that's the best thing for you to do is to not weigh yourself, then that's fine. I don't like Amber. That's really what this boils down to. I don't like Amber. This is a fucking excuse. That's all this is. It's all it's ever been. It's all it ever will be. Amber's just using other people's excuses as her own to not do shit so that she doesn't have to get better. She's appropriating other people's problems.
Notice your face also swells when you are swollen. Yes. And my mom also experiences it. So it might be like common or like genetic. Like literally.
Why is it weird to people that your face would swell when you are swollen?
In my last vlog, my last weekly vlog that I posted, I noticed it and I'll show you guys a clip where it's like the beginning of my vlog, I am so swollen. And then towards the ending, you can like literally see how much I've deswelled. So that's why when I see people are like, oh my God, it's so like noticeable that Amberlynn has gained weight. It's like, you know, yeah, but also a lot of the times like you're seeing me really swollen. So sometimes it's a lot more obvious, like in my chin or around my eyes or my cheeks, or sometimes it's just my legs, my arms. But this was the beginning of my vlog. And then here I was at the end, where you can tell that the swelling has definitely gone down. So
did the swelling go down or did the angle just change? Because I feel like it's just an angle change, honestly. If you don't like this part, skip, but it's going to take me a minute, so. And I know someone's going to be like, the filters! It's fine. It's all right. I think it's an angle change. I don't really think she's de-swollen. I don't think that's a word. I don't think she's... No, I think it's just an angle change. I don't really think it's different.
So sometimes I do look bigger, sometimes I do look smaller. And that's just the way it goes with the things that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Is it true that you would stay this size if it was healthy? So in one of my last live streams, I talked about the fact that like, if it wasn't for the fact that being this size was unhealthy, I wouldn't feel like this urgency or this anxiety or constantly talk about weight loss. I wouldn't care so much to lose weight. And what I mean by that is I'm not doing it for vanity reasons. I'm not doing it for shallow reasons.
You're not doing it. You're not doing it for anything. You're not doing it at all. No worries, girl. We're not concerned. You're not doing it. I'm not concerned about it for being for health, for vanity, for anything, because you're not doing it, so...
Not doing it for my looks. I am doing it...
Doing it for vanity and doing it for your looks are the same thing, but that's okay over here, Reader Lynn.
For my health. That is why I've always been very much about body positivity in the sense of everyone is beautiful regardless of what they look like or the size that they are. But I do not believe in health at every size, and I never have. But yes,
that is true. I will give her that. That is true. She has never adhered to that. She's always been an advocate against that, oddly enough. So I will give her that.
If I could be...
Even when she talks about it, she stays in her non-making shit up zones. This is not her non-making up shit zones. This is me saying that that's where she goes.
Healthy. If being fat was not an unhealthy thing, then I wouldn't care. Because again, this is not for vanity reasons.
No. It's not... Okay, look. She's not lying exactly. She would totally lose weight to be prettier. She wants to be prettier, but she knows she can't lose the weight. So she's not lying, but she's not telling the truth either. That's what's happening here. Because you'll see some tells and you'll see some truth tells and you'll see some non-truth tells. And that's because when she says certain things, she wants to be prettier. I don't think she thinks she's pretty at this weight, per se. I hate when people use that word, by the way. But she doesn't believe she can lose the weight. So she's like resigned to being this weight. But if she could be thin and pretty, she would be. Because she does think thin is pretty. Or thinner people are pretty, I guess, is where I'm going with that one.
I'm not fat phobic. I don't think that...
She is fat phobic. She just went into her zone. She is fat phobic.
That fat people are ugly. Nothing like that. It's strictly because I want to be healthy.
No, she has... No. It's not strictly because she wants to be healthy. I don't even think health really factors into it, to be honest with you.
To feel better, and I want to live a longer life.
No, she doesn't. No. No, she doesn't. Those aren't her reasons. Maybe somewhere those are reasons, but those aren't her reasons. What do you mean you'd feel lethargic eating French fries? What do you mean you'd feel lethargic eating French fries? Some of these questions make no fucking sense.
What do you mean you'd feel lethargic eating French fries?
What, because you feel like you're going to go run a marathon afterwards? Who? Because I know when I eat French fries, it's like drinking a Red Bull. French fries give you wings.
So what I meant by that is like I'd feel sluggish. It's just like a sluggish feeling. Nobody feels good after eating junky types of food. I know I feel...
Not necessarily, but I usually feel well, if I don't eat the whole goddamn thing of ice cream, I actually usually feel pretty good after eating ice cream. But I eat like like an eighth of a cup of ice cream. I'm trying to think of an actual measurement. I don't measure it to be safe, but like I don't eat more than maybe an eighth cup, maybe a fourth cup of ice cream when I eat ice cream.
Feel way better, way lighter after I eat a healthier meal versus an unhealthy meal. But being lethargic and tired, those things can happen at the same time, but they are two different things. Because a lot
No, they're not. You're literally the same thing. Okay, hang on. Grammarlin over here. Lethargic, as in sleepy, slow, to move or act. A big meal always makes me feel lethargic and sleepy. Synonyms and similar words: sleepy, sluggish, torpid. That's always a good word. Lazy, listless, apathetic, slothful, resting, motionless, inert, inactive. Huh, it's almost as if they're the same fucking word. Oh well.
A lot of people are like, girl, you just said that you don't get tired after food, but now you're saying that you get lethargic. Yeah, two different things. So this was the most popular question I received this week is, why'd you go to Denny's?
No, baby, no. No, they're the same thing. Oh, no. Really? IQ of 140? Was it? 140? Something like that? What was her IQ supposed to be again? I know she makes me look like an idiot. That's all I know. That's all I remember. Her IQ's higher than mine.
Denny's after the hospital. My mom was hungry, and I'm not gonna lie, so was
Hungry.
I. It was past midnight, and we were at the hospital for hours.
I don't know why everybody's so upset about her going to Denny's. I don't really know why everybody's so mad about her going to Denny's, especially if she got out at like 4 a.m. Like, where the fuck else was she supposed to go?
Neither of us ate anything that day. I was not expecting to be at the hospital that long, and neither was my mom. I didn't go to the hospital for some like crazy critical thing. I was directed by my doctor's office to go to urgent care, and then urgent care directed me to go to the ER because urgent care actually does not do ultrasounds. And then I ended up calling the emergency room just to see like if I can come in, and they told me
I'm still confused about making reservations at the ER. They're like, hello, I'd like to make reservations for a party of 2 at the ER. I'm sure that's not what happened. It just sounds weird. It sounds like that's what happened, but I know that's not what happened.
me I should probably get that looked at. So I went there for an ultrasound. I didn't go there for like anything critical or crazy. Like, people still have to eat. My mom said she was not going to go home and like cook something. I didn't want to come home and cook something. It was really late. I was exhausted. I know she was as well. Like, eating is still a thing that happens regardless if someone goes to a hospital or not. And I got a salad at Denny's. So next part is I want to talk about how my week went. So I've been going through a lot of stress, anxiety, worry, depression, some very low lows. I have
Is this different than normal?
shared a very small fraction of it, but majority of it is happening behind the scenes. I'm absolutely, without a doubt, suffering in silence. So
When does this happen?
did have my doctor appointment yesterday because I was able to respond to the wait list really quickly. When they sent me the text message, I accepted a new appointment. So this next part of this video, I will be talking about in my weekly vlog as well, because my weighing videos don't get as many views as my other videos. And
Because no one gives a shit about your weight.
I want majority of people who watch me to hear this, because this is like a big change in my life that's about to happen. So I will be also talking about this in my weekly vlog. So the first thing I want to talk about is Zepbound. That is the GLP-1 that I was going to go on, which is the weight loss injection. And my doctor prescribed it to me. And based on all of the research I've done, I was like, okay, yes, it is very expensive, but it is doable. So I get to the pharmacy, and turns out that is not the case at all. The pharmacy told me that the prices have raised, and it's like, okay.
Have risen?
In my head, I was like, all right, so the first month is just the beginning dose, which is obviously the cheapest month, but my doctor told me that the beginning dose is not going to do anything for me. So when I increase the Zepbound, it's going to increase the price, and I don't have that money. That's okay. I am currently working on my relationship with food, and instead of doing it alone, I'm going to let professionals help me. My doctor did confirm, like, your hysterectomy makes it a lot harder to lose weight.
Okay.
And that was before I did my fasting labs, where I got results for something that literally, it makes me really emotional. It makes me want to cry, but I'm not going to. And we will get into that in a second. So on top of like my hysterectomy,
So
my
where'd the
lymphedema, my
thumbnail come
lipedema,
from?
and my messed up metabolism, it just seems like nothing wants me to lose weight. I have so many things just like literally fighting against me. but I'm not going to.
No, you don't. You the only thing fighting against you losing weight is you. You have complications, and that's it. Pretty much everything that you have that is making it more difficult for you to lose weight, and I put that in quotations, complicates your weight loss by 50 pounds. Maybe. Get the fuck over it, Amber. You're not 600 pounds of fucking lipedema. You and Anna are not some kind of morbid mystery. You're fat. Quit eating. Like, if you had Cushing's, even if you had Cushing's, you wouldn't be 600 fucking pounds. Okay? You just wouldn't. So stop it. Quit being this fucking delusional. Cushing's is the only one I can think of that actually like causes you to gain weight. And even then, I'm not 100% sure that's how Cushing's works. I watched an episode of like House MD once. Welcome to my world. I'm not Googling it. I don't care. You can come for me in the comments section. Fuck off.
To give up. So while I was at my doctor's appointment, they ask you like this depression screening. They ask you all these like mental health questions.
I'm impressed at the number of mental health questions they ask you when you go to the doctor these days. Because like, also I'm very happy that they'll like re-up your prescriptions for your mental health drugs at the doctors, because they didn't used to do that shit back in the day. Back in my day. Because the last few times I went to my like GP, or do we call them PCPs now? Again, anyway, they had me do this whole panel, and I was like, well, this is new. And then he like really seriously wanted to talk to me about my mental health. And I'm like, why are you talking to me about my mental health? And he's like, well, because it's part of, you know, we need to like talk to you about this stuff. You answered these questions. And I'm like, you're not my therapist. And he was like, I know, I'm your doctor. So that was weird for me. But yeah, apparently this is the thing that they do now. They're like trying to take everything in stride. They're trying to be like all encompassing or something, or at least pretend like they give a shit. I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't hate it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
And mine was not good. I ended up literally breaking down in front of my doctor and in front of my mom. I'm like bawling my eyes out. They're handing me tissue. Like I had a full-fledged like anxiety attack right in front of him. It was really embarrassing, but it genuinely shows like the level of my mental health. Like even someone just asking me like in my live stream, like
ask her how she's doing.
A week ago, they were like, how are you doing? Like it made me break down. I'm feeling everything so strongly and so deeply. My emotions are all over the place and I feel really low, and just a lot of mental health problems that I do not want to speak out loud. I just have constant, deep, painful emotions.
Say, you didn't want to say them out loud.
That I experience all day long, and it's genuinely ruining my life. Long story short, I was prescribed an SSRI to help with my anxiety, my lows, my depression, and to help with like the deep feelings of having BPD. It's not going to help regulate my emotions or anything like that. Like I have to work on that myself, but it's going to help stabilize me a little bit. So we did my fasting labs and I got those results today. A doctor actually sent me a whole message kind of going over my results and talking about like the abnormal results and what it could mean, etc., etc. And regarding if I have diabetes or not, I want to show you this clip. All right, you guys, my results are in.
I will never do this. I will never show you my little window thing. I will never show you my lab results. I will never sit here and try to defend any diagnosis I ever like half share with your asses. I will never do this. Just FYI. If you don't want to believe something I've told you about myself, I don't care. This will never happen. Go on.
This is my MacBook. We're zoomed in so you don't see anything personal.
Go on, Boomer.
I'm signed into my little health portal. I'm going to click test results. So we did a multitude of things here, but we're about to find out. Here's my hemoglobin A1C.
There's your door, too. What's at your door? Ah, that's your kitchen, isn't it? That's not as much fun as I thought it would be. CBC without differential. Well, they did a bunch of shit. Why are they always giving you an HIV test? They're always testing you for HIV. It's constantly. and hepatitis C. How many times in your life do you need to be tested for these things? Every fucking time. Like, how many people... Don't take this the wrong way, but... Look. There's only a couple ways you're catching these things, all right? What are you trying to say? Anyway, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm being funny. I'm sorry. Maybe that wasn't funny.
To determine
What is TSH reflexive? I don't think I had that one done. I don't think I had the vitamin D one done either. I guess they just looked at me and went, you pasty, go get some vitamin D. But I don't have, like, prescription vitamin D either. They just assumed. I do have really low iron, though.
am I diabetic or not?
She'd only be showing us this if it turns out she's not diabetic, so I'm going to assume it comes back normal.
All right. No. Oh my god.
I was right. Because if it came back that she was diabetic, we wouldn't be doing this.
I'm telling you, 5.4 is my actual exact number that I always am every time.
Okay, but you're literally like 0.3% away from being under increased risk of diabetes. But I guess that's 0.3%. For me, that'd be really close, but I don't know.
I get this checked. So not
Now I'm curious, though. Again, I'm not showing you guys shit, so we'll be right back.
Yeah, mine's like right smack in the middle. So it's like in the green. Mine has like a yellow, green, red. And mine's like green in the middle. So if it was closer to the red than it was the green, I'd be concerned. Even though it was still in the green. Wait, that makes sense? Anyway, my point is, if I was that close to being near the danger zone, I would be a little bit more concerned. Come on, there you go. Mouse. Go.
not even a pre-diabetic. So
Yet, you're like literally 3% away from being a pre-diabetic. 0.3% away from being a pre-diabetic. Like, that would concern me. But, I'm not a 600-pound woman either, so.
pre-diabetic would be 5.7 through 6.4. I do not have diabetes. I'm not even pre-diabetic. That is always something that is just like in the back of my mind. I'm just always fearful that
You're like pre-diabetic diabetic. You're like pre-diabetic. Like, in my head, that's like pre-diabetic. But again, I'm not a 600-pound woman. I don't have to rationalize my shitty results. My shit is right smack in the middle where it wants to be. It's not like this far into the green. It's like me, right in the green. It's not too far down by the yellow. It's green. But I'm special.
that it's going to happen or is happening and I don't know about it. Just because you're fat does not mean you have diabetes, and just because you're skinny doesn't mean you won't get diabetes. But
And we're not worried about, actually, whatever. Fuck off.
some of my blood work is a little off. Some things that are questionable that he said is nothing to really worry about right now. But there is something that I'm going to be going on medicine for. Turns out I have hypothyroidism. That's so hard to say for me. I don't know why. So people who have that is a leading cause of weight gain. Like,
Can I flip the camera off? If I flip the camera off, will they demonetize me?
I've constantly been like, it's hard for me to lose weight because of my lymphedema, my going through menopause at such an early age, the hysterectomy, like the list can just go on. And now, bam, smack in the face. I have the very thing.
I love how every time she gets some kind of diagnosis that she thinks justifies her being fucking 600 pounds, she's like, bam, I had another thing that keeps me super fucking morbidly obese. She's always smiling. She's always happy about it. What was the last one that she got that she was all like, oh my God, you guys, I can't lose weight. I've got this thing. Girl, you are the only person I know who gets giddy about the fact that they've got some kind of diagnosis that they can't lose weight because of. Anyway, whatever. Yes, sweetheart. You're just gonna have to continue to gain weight and gain weight and gain weight and never fucking. You're just gonna have to keep blowing up and blowing up until you float into the atmosphere or sink down to the bottom of the ocean because you've just created so much mass that you're like antimatter and you just sink. You're like lead. You just sink to the bottom of the ocean.
That causes people to gain weight.
Look at her smiling. Look, she is just fucking ecstatic that she's figured this out. Oh my god, I have hypothyroidism.
Like, it's just like, I feel like the world is like...
Don't even cry. Don't even. You've been sitting here for the last, 30 seconds? I have hypothyroidism. She's like, she's won Miss Universe.
against me right now. And I know that could just be like my depression talking, but I just feel really, really overwhelmed and defeated. So having the hypothyroidism.
Sure. Yeah, you are. You're right, baby.
God, I'm gonna hate saying that word. It causes like the hair thinning. So that's also like a double whammy. And it also causes like low moods and depression and exhaustion, brain fog, etc., etc. And I'm just like, wow, this
Is there something that doesn't cause brain fog? I would like to know.
is all also adding up for me. So on top of taking the medicine for that, I'm also going to be taking a vitamin D because it was a little low. It definitely has got...
You have had to take vitamin D multiple times in the past, so this is nothing new. Like, I don't know why you stopped taking the vitamin D other than you don't take pills. Unless it's a melatonin gummy or whatever it is they give you for your cellulitis flare-ups, which you seem to have no problem taking either of those two things. Like, no problems with those.
Higher every single time I've gotten it checked, so that's good. But I just feel like, damn, like what next? Like I genuinely went from taking 0 medicine to now I'm going to be taking 3 medicines a day, and I just feel overwhelmed and scared and frustrated. Like I hate medicine, but I know that I have to take it. My week...
I think I did the math. I think it was 7. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Missing one. Got 2 of them I gotta take together. Got 2 of them I have to take together. And that one. It's only 5? I feel like there's 6. Oh well, I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah. There's 6. Never mind. I knew I was forgetting something. I have 6 of them I have to take every day. That doesn't include the supplements that I take. Those, I have an obnoxious amount of supplements I take every day, but they're kind of like, optional, so.
Week's been rough, and these are just things that like I'm choosing to tell you guys because trust me, your girl has a whole other
box of things that I haven't made up yet that I'm simmering on, waiting when I can use them for sympathy points. Go.
Personal shit show of a life that she is currently going through right now.
But it's not diabetes.
And I'm telling you, my mental health is so fucking bad, and
that I will not go to a therapist, take any kind of medication for it, or do any kind of work to improve it whatsoever. Go.
I cannot wait for this medicine to just like do what it's supposed to do, work in my body.
6 months. You've got at least 6 months, and it's an adjustment period. You won't stick to it. You will never know what it's like to have medication actually help you because you won't take it long enough for it to actually work. I don't even know what they gave you. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. You won't stick on it long enough for it to actually work. You just won't. I have been on 3 different medications now, 2 different anxiety medications, 2 different antidepressants. They take time to adjust. You won't do it. You won't take them long enough to do it. Therefore, you will never know what it's like to be on a medication that can actually help you not be a fucking basket case.
And just me continue to like make healthier choices and just do things that are right for me. So now let's talk about the goals that I had last week, which was literally just 1. Work on my relationship with food. And yes, I have still been doing that. So I have 2 goals this week. 1 is I want to keep a food journal. This will help me be aware of things that I'm eating because as you guys know, like I'm not counting the calories or anything like that. I'm strictly just like making...
God forbid you have any kind of accountability for the shit you put in your mouth. Go.
better choices. But I'm finding myself like later in the night being like, what have I ate today? Like, why do I feel hungry? Or why this, why that?
You could just take pictures of the shit that you ate, and then like later on in the day, you could like remember, go through your pictures. I mean, because, all right, hints for people that actually might give a shit and you're bad at writing things down, just take a picture. Even if you're like halfway through your meal, you can still just take a picture. Because even then, when you're scrolling back through your pictures for the day, you can be like, oh yeah, even you got a half-eaten plate of whatever. You can be like, oh yeah, I ate da 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 da, you know, and then you can go back through and enter that into whatever you're using as your food journal, right? It's just a quick way to do it. Even if, like, you know, 3 days later, you're doing your food journal, and because some people, wouldn't be me, but some people forget to do their stuff the day of, right? You can scroll back through your pictures and be like, oh, Tuesday, this was my dinner on Tuesday. You can look at the picture and you can like recreate visually what you had. Again, even if you half ate the plate, right? Even if you ate the whole plate, you can probably just from the visual cues remember what you had that night. You know, it's better than nothing. And nothing, this is what nothing gets you. This is what nothing looks like, okay? This is what happens when you do nothing.
If I have a food journal, I'll know exactly what I ate. Keeping a food journal is like one of the very most recommended things that like any dietitian or nutritionist will tell you to do.
This is true. But if you're not used to journaling, if you overcomplicate your journaling, Amber, or if you just, some people just overwhelm themselves with the journaling for some reason, and it's just like a mental thing. For some people, it's just too much. Again, everybody's got a phone these days. Every phone has a camera on it these days. Just take pictures of your stuff. Even if you're halfway through the meal, even if you finished the meal, just take a picture of it. You know, you'll have like 3 to 4 pictures on your phone every day. You can sit down at any point, write down what's in the pictures, you know, even if, because then also you're out and about, you're having dinner with your friends, you're grabbing a quick snack on, I don't know, the subway, whatever. I don't know what you people do with your lives. You can just take a quick picture, continue eating your food. Life goes on uninterrupted. Then you're home that night. You're getting ready to go to bed, or I don't know, you do your journaling in the morning. You just scroll through your phone, write the shit down. Good times. A lot of the calorie tracking apps these days, you can just put the picture in and it'll like interpret what it sees. I don't know how accurate that is, but they claim that they can tell on your plate what you're eating. Give it a shot. I don't do that, but according to them, they can. AI is frightening. Give it a shot. I'm just saying. Pictures are very convenient. Don't whatever Amber's getting ready to tell you. Don't do whatever she says. But a food journal is like the number one way to get started if you want to have some kind of accountability when it comes to what you're eating.
And my second goal is literally just take my medications as directed. And I want to document personally in my journal how I feel when necessary. So
taking your meds is probably the best thing that you could do for yourself if you have meds. Imagine that. Taking the things that the doctor prescribed for you. It's almost as if they prescribe things to you because it'll help. Boom. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Last weigh-in from last week was 513.0, and this week I'm 516.0, and I'm telling you, I'm not surprised. I have everything fighting against me. And right now...
How much did you gain? Sorry, I didn't hear her.
How I feel when necessary. So my last weigh-in from last week was 513.0, and this week I'm 516.0.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. So she gained 3 pounds. It's typical Amber.
And I'm telling you, not surprised. I have everything fighting against me. And right now...
No, you don't. The only thing fighting against you is yourself. And spiders.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
And spiders.
Well, yes, and spiders.
Everything going on, that I literally just cannot care over 3 pounds of a fluctuation. Genuinely can't. If it happens again next week, that's when I'll care. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Girl, when have you ever cared about any of your weight fluctuations ever? Like ever. When have you ever cared? I don't care. All right, I just wanted to watch that because, you know, her health scares, blah, 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 wah, cry, baby, cry. And... oh, I see you, Salty. I see you. I see you encroaching on my glitter and lasers. I see you. Anyway, that's really all I have to say. I just wanted to see what Amber was going on about. She does not have diabetes, you guys. She's not even pre-diabetic. I should have done that as a baby, but anyway. She was pissy enough last night, being Tuesday, that she did not do a live stream. It was the first live stream that she hasn't done in like 2 months, actually. So I was expecting that to happen a lot sooner, personally, but we didn't get a live stream yesterday. We may not get one in the next week, but we might. I don't know. She's like, oh, you guys, I owe you 2 hours. We'll figure it out. But she's also moaning about wanting to do like public streams. So she might try to do a public stream for 2 hours to kind of make up for it. We'll see. Because I know she wants to do public streaming, but she doesn't want to do multiple live streams in a week. So she's trying to get her members to agree to allow her to do public live streaming with members only chat. I mean, in the end, it's up to her. Like, she has control over it. So, I mean, if she decides that that's what she's going to do, there's really nothing her members can do about it, honestly, other than stop being members, which is exactly what I'll do. But she doesn't care. So I imagine if she actually does make up those 2 hours, which I highly doubt. First off, I doubt she makes the 2 hours up. But if she does, I imagine she's going to do a 2-hour public stream. And that will be how she makes those 2 hours up. And I don't know if she'll do public chat or if she'll do members chat, but I imagine she's either going to switch over to public streaming with members only chat, or she's just going to quit live streaming altogether. But anyway. All right, let me know what you guys think down below. I think I was snotty enough through this entire thing, and that's really all I wanted to see was what her unexpected, unfortunate diagnosis was. There's too many uns in that sentence. And that's really all I've got for you guys. So thank you to everybody who's been supporting my channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's been putting up with my bad attitude while I'm recovering. Again, y'all are champs. I appreciate it. I now have 3 tiers of membership. If you guys, for some strange reason are still sticking around, props. If you've made it this far, you might as well subscribe. And yeah, when we hit 12K, we're going to sponsor another cat, not adopt, sponsor another cat. And that's all I've got for you guys. So I will see everybody in the next video. In the great words of the great Nerfy, don't forget to take your meds. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.